I'm not going to read to you, I promise. 5 things that are the hardest for network marketers to get from their head to their heart. These are the 5 hardest things and the quicker you do it, the quicker it's going to happen for you. Number 1. This is number 1 hardest thing for people to understand. Number 1. Anybody want to know what number 1 is? Yeah. Shut up. That's number 1. Talk too much. Number 1 is to shut up. Recruiting is a process, it's not an event. Recruiting is a process, it's not an event. It's not something you do. A couple years ago, I was speaking at a national conference for a company in Dallas, Texas, and I was flying in early on a Friday, and somebody at the home office called me and they said, Dale, look, you're coming in early Friday, and we're having a leaders dinner for our top 25 distributors, and we would like for you to come and eat with us and then just say a couple words, about what your training is going to be over the next couple of days. And I said, okay, that's neat, free dinner. Get to meet some good people. So I don't have a clue what I'm going to say, but I go and I eat and I'm listening. And I'm listening to these people, and it was like one of the ladies that sponsored a cab driver on the way to the hotel. One of the guys that sponsored somebody on an airplane on the way in. And I'm listening to all these stories. And I got up in front of the group and I said, how many of you sponsored somebody since you left your house to come to Dallas? And out of the 25 or so, it was like over half. And I said, how many of you tried to? And it was all of them. I said, that is your number 1 problem. And they looked at me like, why are you speaking to us? Don't you know we're the top money earners in this company? Blah, blah, blah. I said, that is your number 1 problem. See, because you might have the talent and the skill build sets and the ability to bob and weave and do that, but I can promise you, you're in the 3% and everybody on your team doesn't have the ability to do that. And when you talk about you sit down in an airplane and you sponsor somebody, all you're doing to your team is you're not inspiring them, you are intimidating them.
Thank you.
Some of you looking at me like you're here to like, Dale, I've got down like here, shut up. It's true. It's absolutely true. Recruiting is not an event. It's a process. Play 1, play 2. Whatever that play 1, play 2 is up to you. Play 1 can be a DVD. Play 1 can be a website. But you've got to let them go, check it out, follow up. That's what normal people can do. Most people cannot sit down and sponsor a taxi cab driver on the way to the hotel. I'm sorry, they just can't do it. They can hand the taxi cab driver a card and say, you wouldn't want to get free gas and groceries for the rest of your life, would you? They can do that, but they cannot sponsor somebody. They cannot pitch the whole program. See, if you're ever doing something that cannot be done 15 levels under you, duplication stops. That's not even, Number 2, you will not ever run out of people.
Huh?
It's like, well, if I got 17 people left on my warm market list, but if I contact all 17 of them and they all tell me no, I won't have nobody else to talk to. I promise you, in phase 4, we are going to, over time, discuss so many different ways to generate leads, it will blow your mind. See, I could do 4 hours on lead generation. I mean, because that's what I've really focused on. That's what everybody wants to know. Because everybody thinks, oh, that's the secret. That's not the secret. The secret, that's not the secret. There ain't no poo-poo dust. Lead generation is very important, but it's not the only thing if you don't have the foundation right. But you are not going to run out of people to talk to, get through everybody you know, and there's people looking for opportunity every day. Every day, don't worry about running out of people to talk to. Get through your warm market as soon as possible. How many is that? I got my notes all messed up. Yeah. Okay. Follow-up number 3. Follow-up is more important than the initial contact. 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 So when somebody goes to your website and fill in a little form and they go visit your site and you get an email that says, hey, go visit your website or whatever, or you've handed out a DVD or a brochure to somebody or you sent one of these in the mail, whatever. Follow-up is more important than the initial contact. Here's how to follow up. This is the only way I can teach how to follow up. This is what you say every time. As far as I'm concerned, just like what you say, would you like fries with that? The follow-up is, hey, I see you visit my website on Friday. I just wanted to check back with you and see if you had any questions before we get you started as an affiliate. Totally 100% as soon as sale, I say the exact same thing every time. They're going to say, well, yeah, I have questions. They're going to say, no, I have not seen the website yet. That's what they're going to do. I know their part and my part. They're going to say, no, I haven't seen the website yet. I didn't watch it. Hey, no problem. It's about 15, 20 minutes. When can you watch it? And let me know when would be a good time for me to follow up with you. Well, Tuesday. All right, what time Tuesday would be good for you? Between 6 and 7. Okay, I'll call like Tuesday. I'll call like 2 days. This is Dale Calvert. We're supposed to have a follow-up call today at 6. Sorry I missed you. I'm going to go ahead. If I don't hear from you within the next 24 hours, I'm going to go ahead and scratch you off my list. That's it. And some of them call back and say, don't scratch me. I'm really interested. See, if they were on the fence, neutral, and I just told them I'm going to scratch them, they come towards me. Does that make sense? Yeah. Fear of loss is the #1 motivator of man. People want that which they cannot have. That's what see, most people try to say, oh, I'll call back tomorrow. And you call back the next day, and then you call back the next day, and then you call back the next day, and every time you call back, psychologically, in their mind, whatever you're doing is getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. See, so don't do that anymore. You follow up once. If they haven't watched it, just at a time, you follow one more time. I'm losing my voice. Second time, you scratch them. Second time, you scratch them. Because you're not going to run out of people to talk to. There's plenty more. Are y'all, some of you look at me like, Dale, come on, are y'all with me? Yeah! I mean, is it just totally different? I mean, I'm telling you. I'm trying to get you to quit wasting your time with the wrong people and get out there and find the right people. And I don't want to spend any time with the wrong people. And there's a lot of wrong people. There's more wrong people than there is right people. We try to take these people and I tell you what, if you've got an organization right now of 25 people, 25 to 35, most of them are there because they couldn't tell somebody no. That's powerful. Oh, here you are. That's powerful. You understand? They say, well, Dale, how do you know? Have you seen train them, and we 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 train them, and they just drain us to death. It's like, my gracious. You know, we take this duck and we send them to the training school. We take the duck, send them to the training school, we give the duck the little the eagle certificate, and then we give them the eagle badge, and we give them the eagle hat, and all we have is a dressed up duck. see, making fun in your mind. I couldn't have made it in this business if I didn't make it fun in my mind. I had to make it because all my relatives said, "Dale, you're crazy. You work at IBM. What do you think you're doing? You can't make any money with that. Are you nuts? That thing's not going to last." Grocery delivery. Who in the world would ever want to have their groceries delivered to them? Do you realize what a stupid statement that is? I mean, it's like, are you nuts? Who do you think? Are you nuts? And we buy into that. I had some lady call me last week and said, "Well, my uncle said we're going to run out of prospects." I said, "What does he do?" Because he's a big network marketer. And we're going to run out of prospects with that thing. I said, "Well, what does he do?" He's in healthy snacks. That's the name of the company. If I want a snack, give me a Snickers bar. You can't be involved in MPB because you love your sponsor. You can't be involved in MPB because Sue told you to. No way. We'll take it to the next level. I just not only knew why, I had pictures of it. I went to the travel agency and bought I got me a brochure on Hawaii. I got, this one, the year Cougars came out with a new Cougar body style, which has been years ago, 86.
What?
It's not that. 86 or 87. I bought a picture of the car that I want to put it up.